If someone suspects criminal activity and they actually want the police to turn up in under 10 minutes, do they have to inform the police that they have a gun?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, no.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
What does she say to her constituent, Mr Kumar, who said about having his dairy robbed yet again that, quote, "We can't do much apart from reporting it to the cops, and the cops never turn up, saying that it's not a major issue"? I don't think dairy's getting robbed is a likely matter.
The question's been asked. The Honourable Judith Collins. The Honourable Judith Collins. The question's been asked. If the member wants to break into an interjection and have a chat halfway through giving a question, that's what will happen.
But, Mr Speaker, I lost my train of thought because there was so much stuff going on over there.
Then because I'm in a very generous mood, I'll allow the member to gather his train of thought, to ask his question again, and please do not respond to interjections. Stuart Nash.
What does she say to her constituent, Mr Kumar, who said about having his dairy robbed yet again that, quote, "We can't do much apart from reporting it to the cops, and the cops never turn up, saying that it's not a major issue. I've reported it so many times that I've just lost hope." End of quote.
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to say to Mr. Kumar and to that member that in relation to that matter, the police were already on their way to the incident before there was any mention of a gun. The police have advised that the people in the shop waited 5 minutes before calling 111. That's 5 minutes after the youths left the scene. The call came in at 5:52 p.m. Police were dispatched at 5:57 p.m. They arrived at 6:02 p.m, 10 minutes. I think that's an outstanding response from New Zealand Police. And by the way, people have now been dealt with and the matter's been resolved.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Hasn't she failed the country when police say, quote, "Dairy robberies were not just a problem for Papakura, but the district and the rest of the country," end quote, considering over 60% of all robberies don't get solved?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, no. In fact, the people who have failed New Zealand are the parents who haven't looked after their children.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Why won't she admit that her government has under-resourced...
Order. Sorry to interrupt the member. Could the member start again? I'm having trouble hearing this up.
Sorry. Why won't she admit that her government has under-resourced police when dairy owners have to lie to get police in order to get them to respond?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, I think I've made it very plain. Police responded straight away. They were outstanding. And in fact, nobody needed to lie, and I'm sorry that someone now feels that they do need to.
Question.